Yo, good evening, everybody. You can hear me, right? Hope you're all doing well. What's up, Dominic? What's up, RV Winkle? 2 hits? Satellite? Hi. Yeah, hi. Hi, everybody. I shouldn't even said anything. I can see the levels on this. What's up, Fury Fighter? What is this, a voice for ants? Yes, unfortunately. It was, I was getting everything ready for the stream. I was, you know, getting all my different programs and bot and whatnot set up, and then right before I was about to start, I looked over and my microphone wasn't glowing, and I was like, oh, that can't be a good sign. And I completely missed that my microphone just wasn't working, so I had to I restarted. I plugged it, unplugged it, plugged it back in. It was fine, so I shouldn't have even said anything. Shouldn't even mention anything. But then I wouldn't have had this charming little anecdote to share with all of you. Anyway, hi Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing well. I am doing just fine. I had the day off today. Us Americans had a day off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we can all reflect on what a bunch of shitters racists are. Even as they continue to be incredibly racist. And talk about how if Martin Luther King Jr. were alive, they'd probably agree with them. For reasons. I think I had the day off too. I had my work laptop open. Does that mean I can charge for it? I would say yes. I would say yes. I would go with that. So, I did not work today. I did not do anything work-like today. My wife had to work because folks in payroll get no rest at all. My girls had a friend come over. They were hanging out and playing, so I had some time and I played a bunch of Neon Abyss. I am still really enjoying that game quite a bit. Hello, did you get the Uncle John wallpaper? I sure did, Arcane. I sure did. You know what? Why don't we just leave it here for now? Let's just confuse the shit out of anybody showing up tonight, hopeful for more Fallout 2, who just doesn't understand what happened last Friday. I'm still not entirely sure I understand what happened last Friday. I still laugh like Uncle John too. My cough is mostly gone now, actually. Now I mention it. It surfaces a bit when I laugh, but I shouldn't. I mean, I probably cursed it now just by saying something out loud, but yeah, there shouldn't be too much hacking and cough and grossness, unusual grossness tonight. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Neon Abyss. I love Neon Abyss. I'm having a great time with Neon Abyss. I had 2 really good runs today. One I had something where I was playing the robot character. You know, these games, they always have a character that doesn't have normal hearts. They just have like the shield items. What's up, not a roguelike? Yep, the dude whose teeth were floating. Neon Abyss is chaos made real. Yeah, I was playing the robot character, the one that only has like the shield items, and I picked up like all the items that generate shields. If you like when you kill an enemy, when you use a key, so I maxed out the number of shields that you can possibly have, and then I found another item that increases the number of bullets you shoot proportional to the number of shields you have. And I had a laser sniper rifle that every time I pulled the trigger would just like fire this fan of like meter wide laser beams and just coat the entire side of one room. It was so funny. Oh, that was also the run where every time I jumped, I would drop a mine that could hurt me. So I had to play very carefully. But then near the end of that run, I got another item that made your explosions cause additional explosions. So every time I jumped, I would drop a mine, which would then explode into like 3 mini grenades that would also explode, but those wouldn't hurt me. And then I think I also got the thing where every time you jump, it like creates a musical note too or something. How's that Barbie detective looking? I haven't checked yet, Manic. I do not know. I'm not even sure where to start looking for that one, honestly. Like it doesn't seem like the kind of game that people are gonna have for download anywhere. But yeah, we'll see how I manage with that. So that was one run of Neon Abyss, and then the other one, I was playing. So that robot run unlocked a new character, and his thing is that he can hold 2 guns. And he can swap between them. And he starts with this like sniper rifle pea shooter and a little shotgun pea shooter. And I ended up with a rocket launcher and what was it? I think it's a gun that looks like a trumpet and it shoots ping pong balls. Like they literally bounce across the ground. But I just stacked so many items that increase the power of your weapon and the number of projectiles And I thought it was gonna make the rocket launcher incredible, and I actually made the ping pong gun just like this like fire hose of death. Because every time I'd fire, it would shoot like 6 orbs the size of my character that would just bounce all over the level. And then I picked up something else where like when your bullet expires, it produces a second bullet. So not only were there all these like giant destructo orbs filling the room, whenever one would actually contact with something, it would also send off a secondary shot towards other enemies. And yeah, I very easily cleaned everything out with that. I think that one I had something where like it increased the number of bullets I had proportional to how much money I had, so I just stopped spending money. And I had a ton of shooty bullets. So I'm having a great time with that. I'm really enjoying it. So that Neon Abyss and Open RCT are like the 2 games that I am really into at the moment. If I want something like exciting and wild, I play Neon Abyss, and if I'm not in the mood for that, if I want something more slower paced and contemplative, I play Open RCT. So. You had a guitar that was like a double guitar. There's some really interesting weapons that too. For a while on that first run, before I found the laser sniper rifle, I had a gun that it would produce a saw blade out in front of you, and then when you let go, it would launch the saw blade, and then it would come back. And I started getting bullet multiplying stuff for that, and that got really weird. You beat Zeus? Yes, I beat Zeus. I'm at Athena and Ares, and idiot that I am, I only just realized on my last run how you determine which one you get, even though I got the Athena token like twice in a row. It wasn't until I got the second time I was like, oh. Sawblade Boomerang is a bad idea, just saying. So have you answered? I missed it. I haven't even looked into it yet, Manic. Which Detective Barbie are we playing? I presume the first one. I assume y'all wouldn't want to do this out of order or anything. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to track down. There are 2 for no, there aren't. It's the Carnival Caper or whatever the fuck it is. Detective. I looked this up. Detective Barbie in the Mystery of the Carnival Caper. Yeah, that's it. 1998. Picked one of the coolest mystery. I mean, carnivals are pretty cool, right? Try to watch the NES-a-thon and go as far as the Nintendo Park Disney on a whole conversation. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was eventful, Fury. Pretty sure it's short enough you could do both if I can find both. Detective Barbie 1 for the PlayStation is called Detective Barbie The Mystery Cruise. Well, if that's the one y'all wanted, you should have specified. Because I am looking into the PC ones. Violence and Wisdom is an interesting mechanic, and I keep not to toot my own horn or anything, but I keep leaning way into Wisdom, because once I get a really stupid build going, it's really easy to beat rooms without taking damage. And I pretty much only use crystals for like opening doors and stuff. So I realize I'm actually gonna have to like actively change up my playstyle to get the Ares token, and that's gonna be weird. Don't toot your own horn on stream, you'll get banned. That's why the camera cuts off about here. Keep it safe. Apparently need an XP virtual machine to run them. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. That's what I am not thrilled about. So we'll see if this is even an actual possibility. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not optimistic. So yeah. I might need y'all to prepare a backup plan in case this is not feasible. Some games are just too weird and too old to actually get a hold of. Stream the Barbie movie if it can't work. Keep it secret, keep it safe. What's up, Naren? Clearly the PlayStation version. I get the feeling that PlayStation version is really bad. Really. Put a Dragon Coin option called Toot Your Own Horn. But what would it actually do? Surely y'all don't intend for me to actually, like, aggrandize myself when you use that. I have backup plans. Watch another channel. Damn. Need some comedy horns to toot. Do a toot. Okay. 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 I suppose this could work. I think there was a streamer I used to watch that did that. I think Arcus, the speedrunner, for a while. No, it wasn't him. Somebody had like a train whistle toot, and I forget who that was. Arcus had the other weird ones like Color a Dinosaur. Who the hell did that? I can't remember now. Aggrandize yourself, that's what we're calling it now. There's not gonna be a whole lot of tooting if we go that route. I want it to force you to say something nice about yourself. Stock Klopfenstein does his train whistle toot whenever he gets a raid. Oh, that's cute. That's not who I'm thinking of, but I like that. That's pretty fun. Oh man, today's been really nice. Today and yesterday were both really nice because yesterday my kids were out all day. They were they went to a pirate themed restaurant and show here in Los Angeles. My wife showed me a few videos from it, and yeah, it's this big like dinner theater where there's this big like pirate stage show with like sword fights and cannons and stuff, and that was pretty cool. But the other cool thing about it is my wife and I basically just had the day to do whatever. So we did a whole bunch of shopping and went out and stuff, and then I played some Neon Abyss yesterday too. And then today played a whole bunch more. So it's been a very nice, very restful weekend. Thought those were adults, not just. Watched John Wick 1 and 2 today. That was fun. The Game Grumps went backstage there in the left part. Oh, they did. Oh, that's cool. Mid-medieval times. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Is it just like a pirate version of medieval times? Apparently, we've driven past this place a bunch of times because it's near Portos. There is this amazing bakery. They've got a couple locations across LA, and I think they've got some satellite stores in other cities too. But Portos is so good. And the one that we go to is like not the Burbank Portos. No, that's the original. No, we go to the oh Christ. It's over by Knott's Berry Farm. That one. Buena Point or something. The one over there is huge. It's this big modern building. It's like the Disneyland of bakeries. Like you go in and you get you tell them what you want. Like there's a person there waiting at the door because there's a huge line to get in. And then you tell the person at the door what you want. They direct you to the correct part of the building. Now when you eat the chicken dinner restaurant. Ooh. I wanted to eat the chicken dinner restaurant too. We didn't have time when we went to Knott's Berry, but at some point we're gonna go to the chicken dinner restaurant. I'm gonna have damn chicken dinner. If you want something other than potato balls or Cuban sandwiches, they're cheese rolls, dude. Cheese rolls are incredible. Is there a croissant section? I would say yes. Yes. They do a bunch of croissant sandwiches, which are also really quite good. I've gotten to depth 3 in my Hard Bastard playthrough. Nice, Eva. Very nice. Boysenberry pie is amazing. I do like boysenberry. My mom buys us sometimes the Knott's shortbread cookies. Just the big old boxes of them that have 2 full bags. And she used to get a strawberry, and then she started getting his boysenberry ones, and I love the boysenberry ones so much. They're so good. Croissantwiches. Craving some nice fried whitefish and fries. Oh. Fury Fighter, this isn't going to help you at all, but there is a really great place out here called California Fish Grill. And it's a like upscale fast food place, and it's all just like seafood plates. Like you pick a fish and you pick 2 sides, and it's like $12 or something. And they just give you these huge cuts of fish. Like they have like whitefish, they have like ahi tuna, they've got like flounder. The last time we went there, which was actually when we came back from Knott's Berry, I think, I had their shrimp skewers, and those are really good because they serve them with this really nice butter garlic sauce. Oh man, I love it. And we always get it served over a bed of white rice with like seasoned fries, and man, oh god, it's so good. This is like the first place I think of whenever I want to do seafood. That or oh god, what is that place called? It used to be called Baja Fresh. Now it's called something else. But there's an incredible fish taco place around here that just does really, really good battered fish tacos. Can't get boysenberry anything out here in BFO. That sucks, dude. If you bring boysenberry, I keep thinking boysenberry. It almost looks like that too. Boysenberry ends up being like this really rich, like purple color. Have you had to understand why Barbie won, but even if it's highly unlikely it'll work, I'm happy it happened regardless. Me too. Maybe it's because I talked it up so much that one night. Maybe it's because I'm a not so secret Barbie fan these days. Wish I could get a nice fish dinner for $12 in Ohio. I wish you could too, Toast. I wish you could too, but I mean, at least, you know, it makes sense why you can. It makes sense why you're gonna have a much harder time finding something like that in a landlocked state, you know? I just explained the mechanics of that to my daughter because she was wondering why seafood prices were so different all over the country. Good place near me that does fish and chips called Robin Hood British Pub. Nice. New around here, and the family doesn't do seafood besides sushi. So I gotta try Ruer's fried. That's so interesting. That's like, to me, that's like the inverse. That's like the inverse of what I would expect. Ohio's in like, oh, you're talking about Great Lakes, right? I'm just thinking in terms of the oceans. Like, you're not gonna be getting ocean fish very easily there. There is, but I mean, depending on which lake you're talking about, you might not want to eat them. You convert all of us into Barbie fans. Hope you're happy. I am happy. I'm very happy. I'm still waiting for some of y'all to come back with trip reports after watching the movies. One good thing about living in the sticks is we have 2 local diners who both have very different, very good fish and chips. That's good. That's good. Lots of sushi isn't a big jump. It's just interesting to me. Like, I feel like for most Americans especially, you're gonna at least eat like fried fish or fish sticks or something like that. Roast fish before sushi. It's just interesting to approach it from that direction. Nothing wrong with that, of course. Just curious to me. There's a local diner that does an all-you-can-eat fish fry that's really good. Ooh, all-you-can-eat fish fry. That sounds nice. I kind of want to go back to the seafood places out on the pier here. We have a great big pier in Redondo Beach, and there's some really nice seafood places there. There's one. They just give you this giant basket of fried whatever and like a pitcher of beer. It's probably pretty expensive now, but when I went years ago with some friends of mine, it was like pretty, like we all ate for like 20 bucks total or something. Bitch is, I don't like most sushi because I have baby palate raised on McDonald's and Chef Boyardee. You can come around to it, I think. I think the big hang up, I honestly think the big hang up for sushi for a lot of people is just like the texture. the mouth feel of it, because it's cold and squishy, which is probably not how a lot of Americans take their fish. But I feel like if you can get around that, if you can acclimate to that, the flavors is so good. Rolls I like sashimi, you're not a fan of, yeah. You kind of got to work up to that, I think. Sushi at the gas stations here, it's everywhere. Yeah, fried whatever. Yeah, don't trust gas station sushi. Don't trust Walmart sushi. I'm hesitant with even like grocery store sushi. I know a lot of my friends eat it. As some of them actually speak highly of it, but I'm just like, if I'm doing raw fish, I want an actual restaurant to handle that. ShopRite has people making fresh sushi. Did you eat gas station sushi in Japan? I did actually. I did. Japanese gas station sushi you can trust. Not actually gas station, convenience store sushi. Japan doesn't do the whole merging of gas stations and convenience stores that we do. Convenience stores are entirely their own thing. And much nicer, honestly. Much nicer, much greater variety of offerings. I ate a lot of lunches and dinners and breakfasts, I guess, out of convenience stores because they were just so good. Did you ever drink the Fist of the North Star branded beer? I did not. I did not. Probably missed out on that one because I'm not much of a beer drinker. So, and like honestly, like if I'm in Japan, and I am going to drink something from a convenience store, it's gonna be Chuhai. It's gonna be their like fizzy fruity liquor. I can live in Lawson, 7-Eleven or whatever. Me too, Newhouser. Me too. Like that's actually a treat for us. There's a Lawson's up the street from my in-laws' place. And one of the first things we do after we get to Japan and we get all rested up and stuff is we walk out there and we get like ice cream. We get ice creams in the summer, or we get like meat buns in the winter. I know about their sushi at Costco's Poke. Oh, their Poke's pretty good. I've wondered about that. I've actually wanted to try that. We have a place here in the South Bay that we go to for Poke that we really, really like. Wawa is pretty crazy. I've never been to a Wawa. Wawa is an East Coast thing, isn't it? Sure, it's really hard after you drink it. I thought you were gonna say you ate out of the trash, and I'd believe it. Of course you would. Of course you would. Going for bento or shabu shabu. Most poke places around here do not serve actual poke. Yeah, I've been to a place or two like that. Cragger, thank you. Cragger, thank you so much for subscribing for 53 months. Jesus Christ, I'm older than this dude. I appreciate your honesty. Thanks for taking one for the team. Yeah, I've been to one or two places here, like even here in the South Bay, that advertise themselves as poke places, and they don't it's not actual poke. And that is very disappointing. Wish we had Wawa in the Midwest. Well, I was like 7-Eleven had a hoagie bar and a cafe smoothie place attached. See, that's cool. That's cool. I like the sound of that. Have you ever played the Pocky game with Bubsy? I can safely say no. No, I have not. The Pocky game with Bubsy. Wawa hoagies are freaking awesome. I hear so many people like talk up their hoagies. It really makes me want to try one, but I have nowhere to try one. Not here. I mean, it's not like we're at a loss for like sandwich places or anything. We got all kinds of sandwich chains around here. I had fireman subs for the first time not too long ago, and that was really good. Firehouse, not Fireman's. Firehouse. I guess it's made by Fireman's. Started by Fireman's. Fire was somehow involved. D'Angelo's back in Connecticut blows Wawa out of the water, though. I mean, like, local chains are always, you know, they're pretty much always gonna outpace like the big chains. There was a place, I don't think it's open anymore, but there was a place down on the Pacific Coast Highway that my wife and I ate at once. And it wasn't a chain, it was just this little like, it was in this shopping center, it was a little corner shop, little mom and pop. I think it was literally owned and operated by an older couple. Sandwich place, and it was so good. It was simple, like the taste was so simple, but it was so good. It was so gratifying. Ooh, I rewatched GoldenEye last night. It's still not bad. I could see that. I could see that. I'm trying to think what parts of that movie would age badly. Maybe the Xenia stuff. Maybe. It's so ridiculous, though. That probably shields it a bit. Still one of your favorite Bond movies? I mean, it helps us. I mean, it's the only unequivocally good Pierce Brosnan Bond movie, isn't it? Because his other three range from passable to terrible. I think it's one of the best Bond films. I remember it was such a big deal when it came out in the 90s. Like the at long last, the revival of James Bond after he petered out in the 80s, I guess. The Hong Kong media one is decent. I personally really like that one. I personally really like, that's what, Tomorrow Never Dies? I think. I really like that one. I'm also not gonna call it a good movie. I kind of like it in spite of itself. And then The World Is Not Enough is garbage. And then I never saw the last one, but I heard it was even worse. I think all Bond movies have been so-so. None of them ever blow my pants. I still like the real, or your mind. Well, if they blew my pants, I'd be a much bigger fan. These days I'm much more partial to the older one, like the old like Dr. No. I really like the way back ones. I like the really old ones that play out more like straight sci-fi flicks, like Dr. No and From Russia with Love. For the other ones I like are the really silly comic booky ones, like Roger Moore, like Moonraker, or The Spy Who Loved Me. I like the extremes now. I like the Connery movies when they're playing it super straight, and I like the Moore movies when they're just being goofy as all hell. And Dr. No, he just fucking executes the guy. I remember that, yeah. Yep. I remember we quote, like, because the dude pulls a gun on him. Like, Bond has him at gunpoint, and there's a gun laying on, like, a table nearby, and the dude grabs the gun, and it's empty. And Bond, like, quotes him what model it is, and, like, you've had your 6. Dalton ones aren't terrible either. I felt they got a bad rap. I haven't seen the Dalton ones since I was a kid. I think I would probably be much more accepting of them now, because when I was a kid, I liked the action, I liked the adventure. So I really like the Sean Connery movies, the later ones especially, and I really like the Roger Moore movies. But the Dalton ones seemed like a little too, I don't know, grumpy for me as a kid. But I think now I would much more appreciate the nuance he brings to the character. Goldfinger is actually your favorite now that you think about it. It's because you like the movie, or is it nostalgia that makes you like it more? It's not nostalgia. It's just I really like the slice of society you get high society that you get like in Dr. No and like the Baccarat Club scenes and stuff. Because I don't watch a whole lot of I don't watch a whole lot of older movies, so just seeing the social situations of the time and how Bond navigates them and stuff, I really, really like that. Should probably just watch more old spy films, honestly. Love the one with Christopher Lee, Man with a Golden Gun. That one definitely has its charm to it. Christopher Lee is great in that one too. Dave, I saw you there. Live and Let Die is problematic in some ways, was also a favorite for me. Yes it is. Yes it is. And that's the one I watched with my Japanese wife to introduce her to James Bond. I have a hard time watching some of the older ones. Bond is really misogynistic and bugs me sometimes. I know it's a different time. Thunderball is one of the few older ones I actually enjoy. Yeah, a couple of them have some really rough parts. I like Goldfinger a lot, but Goldfinger has one particularly awful part with that in mind. And as previously mentioned, Live and Let Die is Oh wait, I'm thinking of another one actually. Which is the one where he's in Japan? Is that You Only Live Twice? Whichever one is the one with, yes, You Only Live Twice. That's the one I showed my Japanese wife. She thought it was funny. She thought that was pretty funny, and it was also interesting to her to see like filming in like in certain locations in Japan back from that era. What's the one that had Chris Walken as a villain? View to Kill. That was the last Roger Moore film, I think. That one's pretty good too. Watched View to a Kill a week ago, and man, is Roger Moore creepy in that one. Pretty sure he has a Trump-ass comb-over helmet head in that. Yeah, he was old at that point. He was, yeah, he was already well and truly aged out of that role. So it's a good movie despite that, but yeah, you just, that's right. Live and Let Die is in Louisiana. Yeah, that's the one with Solitaire and Katanga. Walken was great in it. I mean, Walken's pretty much great in everything when you get down to it. Bond's villains make a big difference. I feel like a lot of people's favorite Bond films kind of hinge on who the villain is. And the ones with really, really good villains are the ones that are easy to remember. Casino Royale's remake was pretty intense. I mean, like, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great film outside of just being a really great James Bond film. So, and then Craig's movies just kind of went all over the place. Really listening to Walken, Severance. I need to watch Severance. I would really like to see that. Never Say Never Again, dude. That movie is so dumb. It's so dumb. Cause isn't Never Say Never Again, isn't that one basically just like a remake of Thunderball? But with like worse everything? You do? Severance is awesome. It looks really cool. It looks like it would be right up my alley too. So. Q, best character changed my mind. He was the high point of a lot of Bond movies, that's for sure. Think of GoldenEye, I can't think of anything super egregious about it. Brosnan not super misogynistic, is tough and smart, critical plot. Russians being Russians looking weirdly accurate now. Yeah, I can't really think of anything about GoldenEye that would have aged particularly poorly. We have Thunderball at home, yes. Where do y'all fall on the Lazenby one? On Her Majesty's Secret Service? I have not seen that one since I was a kid, and I actually don't remember a whole lot about it because I think as a kid it bored me. Poured Connery back into his suit. He jumped off the cliff after the plane, always made me think this doesn't need to be here. So dumb. It's a great set piece though. It makes absolutely no goddamn sense, but it's a great set piece. All right, Newhouser will be here. We might have even started playing the video game by the time you get back. Yeah. GoldenEye is your favorite of the Bond movies. Aged pretty well for the most part. Tank chase scene makes me giddy every time. Tank scene chase is very fun. Tank chase scene. It's counting on you not having started. I forget Oddish's auto roasting. Look, I try to own these things, okay? I don't want to be one of these oblivious idiots that's just blind to my own foibles and shortcomings. I'm gonna own that. That being said, I do believe we are going to start playing the video game, actually. So, somebody take notes to catch Newhouser up when they come back. Tank chase scene is awesome. Why are some of the best chase scenes in Russia? I think that the scenery makes a big part of it. You know, the fact that tank chase happens with all this like big. Did I do that wrong? War. Oh no, I guess this is how we normally do this. It's just now we have a background that's not black on the edges. Can we see the game? You can see this, right? It sometimes takes game capture a second to pick up on what's going on. Love the tank chase in GoldenEye, the scene where Ormarov looks behind him and just pulls out a hip flask and starts getting pissed was great. All good? All good. Great. Okay. So, quick recap. Oh God, where did we leave off? 20th August, 22nd, 25th, September 2nd, Vault City, Vault City, Vault City. Okay, I think this is where, yeah, this is where we left off. Vault City downtown. Okay. So, quick recap of what's going on. We have made it to Vault City. We're on the trail of the Gek, the Garden of Eden creation kit, which our tribal village descended from the original Vault Dweller from Fallout 1. Is in desperate need of to keep from wasting away in the wastelands. From our ancestral home, we have traveled to the small town of Klamath in search of a trader named Vic. We found out that Vic was being held at the den by slavers. We got him away from the slavers. He told us about a trader in Vault City that he got Vault 13 relics from. So we have headed there. Along the way, we stopped at a small town named Modoc that was having a really weird problem with a ghost farm nearby that turns out was actually being run by a society of underground dwellers. We made peace between them and finally made our way to Vault City proper, which is a bigoted racist hellhole, as it turns out. Vault City appears to be a very affluent, prosperous city that is extremely, extremely, extremely exclusive about who they let in to be citizens. We have managed to weasel a day pass out of the customs agent to get into the city for the day, but we have a whole lot of stuff that we need to do in Vault City, so that's the plan for the evening. Why are we looking for Vault 13? We need a Garden of Eden creation kit, which was standard issue for all the vaults, and we are hoping that Vault 13 still has its Garden of Eden creation kit. We're not actually looking for Vault 13 directly. We're just looking for any vault, really, which is why we've ended up at Vault City. So we'll see how this goes. Ain't you play Vault City? All right, hi. Day pass, please. Here you go. All right, before you go in, we have to search your belongings. What for? Sometimes Outworlders try to smuggle alcohol or habit-forming chems into Vault City, buff out Jet Psycho, Mentes, that sort of thing. I forget what I actually have. I might have a couple bottles of beer he's gonna take. Can't let you with those items in your possession. Comes in, ditch them and then come back. Oh, okay. So he's just like, don't bring that shit with you. What do I have? 3 bottles of beer and 2 bottles of booze. Let's see if I can trade him away to somebody real quick for some City of Tight Asses. Oh, we have a full party at the moment. We have Sulik, a member of a different tribe from ours who's looking for his sister who's taken by slavers. Vic, the trader and repairman that we rescued from the slavers, and Cassidy, who was a bartender here in Vault City until we convinced him that that was shit and he should come with us. Drink it all. Looking to trade. Okay, you got caps on you. That's what I need. You're not getting the Velvis, though. The Velvis stays with me. Is there anything else I want to get rid of right now? Just give me the 38 caps. Sorry, 38 monies. They've evolved past the need for caps, chat. The wasteland is far more civilized these days. 13 is your ancestor's vault, known to be in the area at least. For thematic reasons. Stimpaks very habit forming. Stimpaks I don't believe count. Here you go. Okay, looks like you're clean. You can head on in. Well, I wouldn't say clean necessarily. Also realized, well, fuck, bottle caps forever. Okay, there's a thing that we need to do first. There is a thing that I want to take care of first. Before we really get into fucking around in Vault City. The strong man wearing clothes is keeping his eyes firmly fixed on the ground. Healthy looking woman in work clothes. Yeah, servant allocation center. That's right. Let me head to the information center. I think that's where we're going to go first. And definitely expect people to still be using bottle caps generations after they start rebuilding civilization. What's up, $10? Hello, sir. It's a gentle-looking man in a Vault City uniform. Hello, something I could help you with? What is this place? This is Information Center for Vault City. Is this the place you're looking for? Yes, actually, I have some questions maybe you can answer. What questions do you have? Do you know where I can find a Gek? A Gek, that name sounds familiar. What does it do? You know, I don't know myself. To hear the elder in my village tell us it's supposed to be some panacea for my village, I'm a little more skeptical. The central computer down in the vault might have some information about it. We keep most of the older archives down there. How can I get down to the vault? Well, you'd need to be a citizen of Vault City first. If you want, you can take the citizenship test, or better yet, speak to First Citizen Lynette. I'm sure she might make an exception in your case. Okay. Find the vault. Entrance just down the street. It's a large hole in the side of the mountain. Do you know of any other vaults? Other vaults? Not really. I know other vaults were built, but we've never come across any of them. There may be some mention of them in the central computer in the vault. Let's see. Do you have any books or manuals? Unfortunately, our books are currently being transcribed in an electronic format. The extras are being shipped to the amenities office down the street. You might try there. Where are these electronically formatted books stored? The books are being entered into one of the library terminals on the 3rd level of the vault. I don't recall which one. It's not one of the ones in the central core, though. Why is everything being transcribed? Everything's being transcribed because, this is a somewhat delicate matter, but I believe my post here in Vault City has become obsolete. Obsolete? They're discussing putting information terminals in every household. These new terminals would be all tied to the list server and the information archives. Once that's done, the information center and I will be unnecessary. It's all for the best, really. Are you sure? Oh my, yes. The first citizen is rarely wrong in such matters. Still, I will be sorry to leave this place. I heard they have a position waiting for me in the list office. Well, I'm sorry to hear that all the books were transcribed. Much rather read a book than stare at a computer screen. That's how I feel as well. I have nothing against electronic format, mind you, but there's a certain solidarity in having a book in your hands and turning the pages one by one. You know, yes. They haven't shipped all the books out to the amenities office yet. I know Randall won't miss them if I give them to someone who appreciates them. Someone like yourself, I'd love to have them, thanks. I'll go fetch them. Here you go, I hope you enjoy reading them. They're some of my favorites. A little on the technical side, but still quite good. Thanks. For listening to my books in Morse code, me too, bumfuzzled, me too. As be telling me that people on the entire other side of the continent with no trade contact with the West are also using bottle caps because... So we just got Dean's Electronics, a big book of science. Sweet. When I have some time, I will read these, but we're not gonna do any reading in Vault City since we're only here for the day, at least at the moment. All right, I am gonna skip past a bunch of this stuff because I want to, why can we not share our wealth? We'll talk to this guy later. I want to see about becoming a citizen. You've entered Vault City's council area. Yeah, that's Central Council, all right. What's this building? Okay, this is some housing area. There's another bar over there. Pretty neat looking building, honestly. Where's the actual entrance to the vault? Hello, traveler. What do we got? Oh, okay, that's Lynette. See a stirred-looking woman with thick glasses wearing a Vault City jumpsuit. Judging from her bearing, she seems important. Citizen in a bright blue jumpsuit, looks like the Vault Dweller's suit. There's no number on the back. Elderly Vault City official. Grim-looking bureaucrat with a narrow face and thick eyebrows. All right, I'm gonna save here. I forget who exactly we want to talk to. Remember, you have until 6 p.m. Yeah, whatever. Can I help you? Who are you? I'm Senior Counsel McClure, and you are? Larry, pleased to meet you. What can I do for you? I'm looking for a Garden of Eden creation kit. A GECK? As I understand, we only had one. I read that it lasted a long time, but it broke down a number of years before I was even born. We were supposed to have two. Supposed to. But apparently the old government messed up the shipments, and we received a shipment that was meant to go to a vault number 13, I think it was. They probably received our other GECK. Big clue. Big clue. What was in the shipment that was meant for Vault 13? Water chips. 100 or so. I don't know why they sent so many. We've never needed to replace ours. We had the same water chip since the day our people lived underground in the vault. What happened to the GECK that broke down? Disassemble as parts were used for other applications. So, I love this little bit of Fallout 2 lore. Is the whole reason that, like, Fallout 1 happened was actually because Vault 13 was supposed to get a ton of backup water chips and didn't. And the reason Fallout 2 is as long as it is because Vault City's second GECK, which may have lasted until now, who knows, actually got sent to Vault 13 by mistake. What can you tell me about the first citizen? She's a leader of the people. The citizens of Vault City look to her for guidance, but the citizens, through the council, still have final say on matters. In these trying times, she's a pillar of our society. Lay's newest and worst flavor, water chips. Trying times, what do you mean? Things have been tough these last 2 years. NCR has been getting more aggressive in their attempts to get Vault City to join the Republic. They tell us that if we were to join, they'd be able to defend us from the raider attacks on our city. As of late, these raider attacks have become more brutal. On top of all this, we have ghouls and gecko contaminating our groundwater. Where is Gecko? It's just northeast of here. If you're planning on going there, I would advise you to purchase some anti-rad chems. If they are contaminating our water, it's likely the town itself is irradiated. What is Gecko? Forsaken place. Shantytown built around the remnants of an old atomic power plant. How does one become a citizen? You wish to become a citizen? Well, we would be pleased to have you. All you need to do is talk to Proconsul Gregory, and he will give you the citizenship test. Where can I find this dude? East Wing, his office is across from the First Citizens. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. I think this is Proconsul Gregory. I'm gonna save again, in case I screw this up. Sorry, can I help you? Who are you? I'm Proconsul Gregory. Is this the office you were looking for? What do you do here? I am the assistant to the First Citizen. I schedule our appointments, administer the citizenship test to potential applicants, and update all the lists on the Vault City server. No small task, I assure you. The citizenship test? Yes, I'm responsible for administering the citizenship test. What is the test exactly? Comprehensive exam divided into several parts. Advanced mathematics, spatial relations, deductive reasoning, language comprehension. Oh, and there's also a thorough physical examination. Sounds elementary. I'd like to take the citizenship test. You wish to take the test? Excellent, excellent. Nothing pleases me more than testing potential applicants. But I must warn you, the test is several hours long. Do you wish to take it now? Sure. Here are forms 5028, 6112, and the Pip-Boy answer console. Please be sure to fill in each circle completely. Have you take a seat over here. All right. Time's up. Let's see your form. That's wrong. That's not right either. Divide by 0 error here. I need to carry 2. My vocabulary is sadly lacking as well. So, can I grant you citizenship at this time? Frankly, you don't seem to have the intelligence necessary to grasp higher mathematics. Okay. So we're not doing that way. I think if you have... I'm trying to remember if it's intelligence 9 or if it actually keys off of stuff like science. I think one way you can pass the citizenship test is to just like juice up on mentats before you enter Vault City and then take the test. Yeah, I think that's the idea. Well, we got some other options here too. Please stand over there. No, I don't think I will. Let's talk to the First Citizen. I'm sure this will be enlightening.
Good day to you, stranger.
Oh, God.
I am First Citizen Lynette. May I inquire as to your business here?
Search of Gardening Creation Kit, First Citizen. Does your city have one I might purchase?
Where did one such as you hear of a Garden of Eden Creation Kit?
I'm in need of one to save my...
Such technology is not meant for outsiders.
The descendant of the Vault Dweller, First Citizen. The Gek is required to help my village.
Descendant of the Vault Dweller? What do you mean?
The great-grandchild of the first Vault Dweller.
The first Vault Dweller? What? You must mean another vault. We have never been in contact with another vault. Where is it located?
I don't know. You see, I'm trying to find the vault my ancestor came from.
Oh, now I understand. But what proof do you have that your ancestor was from a vault?
I have this vault jumpsuit and this canteen. They belong to my ancestor.
Very well. Let me see. These are authentic. Unbelievable. You are a survivor from another vault. Welcome to our city. You must have suffered much in the outside world.
I need a Garden of Eden kit. Do you have one?
I am sorry, but we used ours to start Vault City. I do not believe there were any spares, but you could check the acquisitions office. It is located by the entrance to our vault.
Would you know where Vault 13 is located?
Perhaps some mention of your vault is in our computer archives.
First citizen, it is very important to me that I find out the location of my ancestors' vault. If I could check the archives, I would be grateful.
We could check the vault computers. They would probably have the information you seek. But only citizens are allowed to access the archives.
Is there some way I could become a citizen?
You may speak with Proconsul Gregory. He has authority to administer the citizenship test. He can be found in the meeting room down the corridor.
I was hoping there would be a shortcut to this, but I guess not. All right, I'll talk to him.
Or there is another way to become a citizen.
Another way? What is it?
Rather than taking the test, you could prove your commitment to the vaults in a more substantial way.
Did you just do it for you? What a
As
jerk.
an outsider, you are in a unique position to resolve a difficult situation for us.
What kind of situation?
There's a town, if you could call it that,
this is how
to the northeast of our city. It is filled with creatures that are polluting the groundwater with dangerous radiation.
How are they poisoning the groundwater?
Those things are operating a damaged atomic power plant. You see, they are immune to radiation. They don't care that they are slowly killing us with their poisons.
I was thinking about it. I'll get back to you. So that's okay. That's it. Okay. Okay. I think we can kind of dink around in Vault City now. The way we're gonna get our citizenship, I think, is through Gecko. Kill one of the existing citizens and you take their place. Wear their face, no one will notice. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what the parlor room is like. Nothing like, that guy was saying nothing like a satisfying urinating experience. Hey, look, it's a guy in a tuxedo. Holy shit. Can I help you? What's on tap? On tap, how quaint. We have mineral water, distilled water, and sparkling water. We also have several synthesized alcohols. Never mind. I was looking for some information. Perhaps you should be at our information center instead. This establishment is located downtown. Now move along. I have other customers. All right, whatever. I feel exposed, like someone's watching me from above. I think you're mistaking me for someone who isn't peeing. Don't distract me. Damn it, my pant leg. I feel like I've been here in here forever. Don't talk, it makes it crawl back up. This is one of those Kevin and Bean bathroom interviews. All right, I'll leave this guy alone. Ha! Found a medical manual. Nice. I know, ancient history, right? Holy shit! Stuff! Free stuff. That's what you get for being rude to me, bartender. You piece of shit. Was there actually a bathroom interview show? I never listened to Kevin and Bean. But my understanding is that he did do weird shit like that. Alright, was there anything interesting in here? Everybody seems to have the same descriptions. Idiot shock jock, so probably. Stay away from there. Who the hell are you? Can I help you? Yeah, you can shut the hell up while I rifle through your shelves. That guy Piston is still talking to himself. What the hell is this place? I'm sorry, I see that you're an outsider. Okay, so I guess these are just houses. I guess there's not much else going on here in the council district. And then those are the guards. Okay. Let's head back down here. I don't think I can do anything particularly... Oh, there's the vault. That's where the vault is. I don't think I can do anything particularly useful yet. Like, there's somebody we're going to want to bust out of the correction center or servant allocation, but we can't do anything there yet. Hello and welcome, traveler. You heard the word today? Why, no, I haven't. Word, my friend, the word is selfishness. Mixed in a slew of arrogance. What do you have? Vault City and all self-righteous slave trading glory. Amen, brother. Time to hear the wailing of our kin outside these walls and let them in. We have more than enough to feed and shelter our brothers. We need not be rich when so many are poor. Alas, someone who speaks sense. Friend, as I look upon you, I see strength, I see faith. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I see a kindred soul that shares my cause? Yes. I have a beefcake. I have a briefcase with information vital to our cause. Will you deliver it to New Reno for me? I would do it, but the citizens here are watching me. So admit you have ties to New Reno. That's going to cost you, friend. How dare you blackmail me? You have my full attention. Let's discuss payment, shall we? This briefcase has my account numbers in it. Delivered to John Bishop in New Reno, and he'll give you access to my accounts. Great, better be worth my while. So that's Thomas More. I have Thomas Moore's briefcase. Take this Brahmin hide briefcase to the Bishop family in New Reno. Securely locked. You can't seem to open it. I'm sure there's something exciting I can do with this. Vault City might suck a lot, but it doesn't suck bad enough to get New Reno involved. Like, straight up. Hello, stranger. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Name's Randall. I'm the Chief Amenities Officer. Need something? What is this place? The Amenities Office. I got your typical stock, basic living necessities, some books, how-to manuals, some tools, stim packs, medical supplies, this and that. Do you have a GEC? GEC is Garden of Eden Creation Kit. Kind of gray suitcase looking thing, right? Haven't heard anyone mention one of those in almost forever. More like Pooh Reno, yeah. Do you have one? Hey, to break it to your friend, we don't have ours anymore. Use it up to make Vault City. Poof, all gone. You know of any place that might have one? Here's your problem, as I see it. The GEC's an old piece of tech, pre-war tech, in fact. You just can't find them anymore. They were only issued to vaults. Know any other vaults? Vault Central Computer, yada, yada, yada. See what you have in stock. Sorry to break you. I'm only authorized to do transactions with citizens. No offense. It's the rule. Try Happy Harry's out in the courtyard. All right. Fine. Goodbye. New Pino. Poo Pibla. The maintenance center. What are you, Dad? No, I'm not. I mean, I don't think so. Dad? Valerie, honey, is that you? This is Vic's daughter. Where the hell have you been? Still running around the ways selling shiny junk to tribals? Ignore her, boss. She doesn't know. It's just, Val, honey, you'd see there were slavers and... Cut the crap, Dad. Are you still calling everybody you meet boss? I always hated that about you. Valerie, honey, please, let me explain. You see... And that's how we got out of the den. What a load of Brahmin crap. It's the truth. Don't you start. I'm glad Mom isn't here to hear this. What happened to your mother? Brain fever. Caught it out on the waist. Probably looking for you. I'm sorry, Val. I'm just kidding. What? She actually died of radiation poisoning. She drank some unfiltered water from the courtyard well. What? Wasn't your fault. She had too many rads running through her system for Dr. Troy to save her. She was glowing like a lamp. Oh, well... Don't worry, she was pretty batty before that anyway. It was only a matter of time. Still sorry I didn't get a chance to see her again. No, you aren't. You used to call her the Desert Viper, didn't you? Well, yeah, but you shouldn't call your mother. Why not? It was true. She'd be an awful bitch when she wanted to be. You look like you've done well for yourself. Inherited your father's knack for repairing stuff, it seems. Dad, you can barely tie your shoelaces, much less repair anything with moving parts. The devil, you say? Let's ask your boss. Well, he can fix radios and stuff. Give him all the parts, right? Well, yeah. I knew it. Sloppy. Sloppy. Well, Val, last I saw you, you could barely tell a lug nut from a wrench. Keep it up, Dad. You'll need a wrench to get my boot out of your ass. Well, yeah? Well, honey, you better watch it or... Shut up! Shut up, both of you! This has gone on long enough. Come on, Vic. Talk later, Val. Like, it's weird, but I love that your main character actually gets some lines in this. Like, you don't actually get to roleplay them, but like, sometimes they just seem terribly appropriate for the situation regardless. This is my dad's boss. Did you want something? You're just gonna stand there gawking like a moron. Easy, I was just stopping to see where this place is. It's a maintenance shed for Vault City, or just happened to miss a huge sign on the side of the building. Sorry, I thought this might be a shop of some sort. You got the of some sort right. Anyway, look, did you need something repaired, or you just want to ask me a bunch of dumb questions? What do you repair here? Synthetic alcohol dispensers, radios, firearms, laser turret parts, computer monitors, you name it. Well, I can get the tools to do my job. Tools? Right now, I've got the metal lathe barely working, and my wrench has gone missing again, and my pliers' teeth are stripped. What's the problem with getting more tools? The problem is I can't just go out and buy some new ones. I have to requisition them from Vault City. That means filling out 5 billion lists, submitting them in triplicate, then waiting. So why is it? Hell, I ordered a super snap-off toolkit months ago. Just like always, it won't show up until I don't need it anymore. It's a wonder things ever get done around here. Maybe I could help you? You, I doubt it. Getting you a new wrench and a set of pliers help you out? Yes, why? Maybe I go find something and bring it back to you. I'll hold my breath if you want to. Go ahead. It's your time, not mine. Might be able to scrape together a little pay you for your trouble. All right. Side quest ho. There's a bunch of these little amenities buildings. I forget what they are. It's a lady. Can I help you with something? What is this place? Sub amenities A. We handle tools and repair equipment for the city. Can I see what you have in stock? Lighter, rope, knife, flares. They've got pliers. I have pliers too. How much do they want for pliers? 200? I mean, we can come back and get those later if we need them. Just so you know, there's a general store in the courtyard outside. You might want to try stopping there. I hear the selection is almost as good as ours. Thanks. I'll shop where I want to. Got it. We don't need to be a dick to the poor lady. What is it? What is this place? Sub amenities office B. We handle the distribution of pharmaceutical supplies in Vault City. What you got? Medical kit, poison antidote, Rad-X, Radaway, stim packs. That's it. Not very exciting. Yeah, I know. Shut the fuck up. All right, I'm gonna skip servant allocation for right now because I think I'm gonna have a lot. I'm actually gonna be able to get stuff done in there if I'm a citizen. I don't think there's any point in going in there right now. And then this is just somebody's house. All right, I think we're actually done in Vault City for the time being. Well, we can check out the tap house. I imagine this will go about as well as the other place did. Lydia. What's on tap? Synthetic beers, liquor, vodka, H, tequila derivatives, W and W2, and water and Brahmin milk. Beer, liquor is $10. Water and milk's $3. Have any real alcohol? Why, are you looking for something with more kick than these synthetic drinks? Perhaps drinking synthetic alcohol can't really compare to the real thing. That's for sure. I used to know this merchant had a bottle of Mad Dog 3030 bitter stuff. Couldn't feel my tongue afterwards, but it's refreshingly different. What happened to this merchant stash? It got drunk, so I heard. There are a few other friends here in Vault City who helped this merchant friend drink the stash. They're willing to pay a good price to have the real stuff for a change. I bet. Yeah, I could probably get some more of the real stuff easy. I've been traveling the waste a lot, and getting a hold of alcohol is no big deal. Is that so? Well, if you happen to be looking to relieve yourself of some real alcohol, I can make it worth your while. If you keep quiet about our deal and get the contraband past the gate. How much real alcohol would you need? 10 bottles of premium alcohol, 10 bottles of beer, and none of that radioactive stuff I hear comes out of Gecko. Just good old booze, all right? All right, think about it, get back to you. All right, so we can do a little bit of bootlegging if we want. A little bit of booze running. Anyway, let's head out of here. Let's head for Gecko. Let's see what's going on. How are we gonna pass the gate? Don't worry. Don't you worry none about that. I got a plan. Bye for now. Oh, don't worry, we'll be back. We will be back. There's Gecko. Let's head on up here. Chuck it. just yeet it over the wall. I'm sure those glass bottles will be just fine. Also, I'd like it to be daytime. Thank you. You've entered the small settlement of Gecko. See someone whose skin has been burnt very badly. We're tall in here, but not stupid, Smoothie. Harp sign. The wooden door, we'll open it. It's a ghoul party! Big ghouls, little ghouls, green ghouls, rotting ghouls. Boy, am I thirsty. Buy us a drink, Smoothskin. Let's sing a song. Hello there, looks like you're another tragic player. Have time for a game or are you yeller? I'm a-calling you out. I really don't have time for... how long could one little game take? I like this other option. Sure, let me... No, must stop. Your hand reaches for your deck, seeming with its own volition. No! No time at all. Let's go. I got a new deck that I want to try. No, I must resist the siren's call. Get thee behind me, tragic. Have at you then. I won! Fuck you, you are dumb. I have crushed you. Now I can build an even better deck with your cards. You won. Goodbye. I am Wooz. What do you want? Booze, Wooz. What do you do here? I run this place. Are you dumb? I sell drinks, trade for things, tell stories, and play tragic. Play tragic? Are you dumb? Tragic the Garnering is the most habit-forming thing since Jet. What's Jet? Jet's a chem that comes from New Reno. Were you born yesterday? You're just dumb. Oh, that Jet. Yeah. Tell me more about Tragic the Gathering. Tragic the Garnering isn't just a game, it's an obsession, not a clone either. Some think the way it changes a person's life is tragic, but they just don't understand, No, really, it's wonderful. You should play just once. First box of cards is free. A little something from me to you. Thanks. Hey, these look great. You tear the wrapping off. I just love that smell. That's just the first part. Now that you're one of us, want to play a game? Let me ask you something, though. I want to trade. I'm always ready to trade tragic cards. I got a couple of Vox Moobies, a Black Dolly, and some rare earths. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know what you're on, but I hope you have some inventory to trade. It's just got the fucking cards. It's just that's his stupid fucking cards. I don't need anything else. Goodbye. We'll be back for you. Hey, you Smoothie. Yep, old Vox Moobies. I love my Moobie deck. Ooh. Free Radaway. Can't complain. I mean, it's not like these guys need it. Free flares, free monies. Radiation, keep out. I'm sure it's fine. What's up? Nothing, just checking your John for loose reading items. By the way, am I radiated? I'm radiated. Might need to flush this stuff out of our system later. You're from Vault City. Weather's been really dry lately. You mind if I rifle through your stuff? Apparently you don't. Free gecko pelts. Free lots of stuff, damn. Poseidon Oil Manager's Office. See a particularly leathery looking ghoul.
Hello there, Smooth Skin. The name's Harold. I help keep this town running.
He's back, chat. Good old Harold is back. Smooth Skin. Why do you call me that?
You cut with the dull edge of the knife, don't you? You don't look like an orange peel left in the sun all day. Your skin's still soft and purty.
Got me there. I'll try to make my next question a little more worthwhile.
What you need, youngster?
Hello, Harold. What do you do here?
Whatever it takes to keep this place together. Better job on it than me.
Place coming apart?
Well, sorta. Our atomic reactors are mighty sensitive. The people I got running it mean well, but, well, they are not the sharpest tools in the shed, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Need a little time on the whetstone yourself, huh? I mean, they are not too bright. Here's an example. The other day, I get a report. On it, it says the main coolant valve should be shut down. That would have caused a meltdown. That would make the Grand Canyon look like a pig wallah.
That sounds bad.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. Now, I got things fixed up in time, but we came close to the end there. Whew. They need someone to watch out for them.
Good thing you're here to help them.
Who'd have thought I'd be making things right? Although, if we don't get a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator pretty damn quick, there is gonna be trouble.
What the hell is a Hydra Magna whatever later? I love this line so much.
Well, technically, it's a thingy.
Well, technically, it's a thingy. Okay, what does it do?
Without a functional hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, we are leaking radioactive coolant into the groundwater. Now that means anyone using that water is not gonna need a nightlight to take a midnight piss. Also, we need more fuel because our power plant is not burning it very efficiently.
Sounds bad. Where would you get a hydromagnetic whatever for them?
I'm certain those ornery bastards in Vault City have one. Not that they'd share. Hell, even if we had one of those thingies, I'm not so certain Festus could install the dang thing.
Harold, you're the best. He really is. Didn't realize they used claymation for this game. Vault City wouldn't give you the part, even if it means the groundwater won't be polluted anymore?
Well, they'd only help us if they thought it was in their own best interest to do so. Not much chance of that happening.
You may be right. Still, someone could convince them that they should help you.
They shoot ghouls on sight. Makes conversation a bit tricky.
Harold is low-key one of the best characters in any Fallout game. Like, the voice acting is just so on point for this dude, and he's so well written. He is so funny. I wonder if someone else could tell them.
We need a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, and it needs to be installed soon, or we have got some real problems.
Who do you buy your fuel from?
We get our fuel from the Broken Hills. That's a mining community some ways south.
He is by far your favorite recurring character. Yeah, he's priceless. Okay. What happens if you don't get the Hydra part?
If we don't get it, you can bet those boneheads from Vault City will shut down our power plant permanently.
What will you do then?
Take dirt naps. Vault City doesn't play nice. They'll just come up here and kill all of us if we don't get that part. Well, at least I'll have a tree for a monument.
Foreshadowing. Sounds like you need that thing pretty badly. Let me ask you something else
What
right
you
now.
need, youngster?
Is there a tree growing out of your head?
Jealous? His name's Herbert. I talk to him when I get lonely. Just kidding. His name's Bob.
Harold was the one nostalgia dip in Fallout 3 that I actually thought they did well. I actually did too, yeah. I actually did too. Well, maybe you or Bob will know the answer to this.
What you need, youngster?
Someplace I can barter or resupply here?
Well, you might try talking to Woos over in the Harp. You can't miss it. It's just across the way.
Yeah, we've been there
What
already.
you need, youngster?
You must know if there's something called Garden of Eden Creation Kit here.
Garden of Eden creation kit? A Gek, right? I seem to remember Vaults had those. Don't know where you'd find one today.
That's all I need to know for now. All right, so the reason the gecko is poisoning the groundwater is because their power plant is faulty. They need a part that Vault City can supply. So our next step is to convince Vault City to supply it. Hello there, my name's Lenny. How can I help you? What do you do here? I help Harold mostly. When people get hurt, I help them out. Help Harold do what? Help Harold administer the town. There's always more paperwork to do. Well, say you did here. Can heal people? Before the war, I was a doctor. Before the war? That must have been almost 160 years ago. It's true, but the radiation seems to have given us ghouls a longer lifespan. Of course, it took almost everything else away. Took things away. Yeah, we look like friggin' freaks. We don't have any skin, for Christ's sake. I guess you have seen better days. You could say that. I'd trade in all those years to be a normal person again. Not much hope of that, I suppose. Those fools in Vault City would share their medical technology. I'm sure we'd cleanse the excess radiation and heal ourselves. They won't help you. You've been to Vault City, then you tell me what you think chances of getting help from those bigots is. May as well watch a paper dog chase an asbestos cat through hell. Oh, I like that. Lenny, have you ever heard of something called Garden of Eden Creation Kit? I heard the Vault City had one of those, the only one I ever heard of. My ancestor, the Vault Dweller, said the Vault 13 owes us one. I need to find it. I didn't actually meet the Vault Dweller, but I saw them once. You saw the Vault Dweller? Where? It was a long time ago in a place called Necropolis. A lot of us ghouls lived there. One day I saw someone running through the city. Running? Yeah, running. You see, we ghouls can't run too much anymore, so I knew as an outsider when I saw them. They ran by so close I could have touched them. I wish I had joined the Vault Dweller. You want to join my grandsire? Had the chance of a lifetime and I blew it. What do you mean? Later, I heard the Vault Dweller had fixed our water system. Vault Dweller saved us. All of us. Do you understand? It didn't matter that we were ghouls. For once, it didn't matter. We were people again. We were worth saving. My ancestor was the founder of our tribe. That memory is revered amongst my people. Later, I heard that the Vault Dweller destroyed the source of the mutant army. The Vault Dweller saved all of us, human and ghoul alike. I could have been a part of that, but I lacked the courage. Never forgiven myself. Sure, the work you do here amongst the ghouls is value and meaning. It was good to hear my ancestor. Let me ask something else. Okay. Actually, let's say goodbye. That's a nice little bit of world building there. Somebody who actually saw the character from Fallout 1, like reminiscing about him and talking about the impact that they had. Pretty cool. Okay. Not sure this guy has anything to say. Yeah, what's up? Let's play tragic. No, let's not. No. All right, there's a northern area to this. Entered the Gecko Junkyard. Survival gear locker. Kind of funny that Harold's the one person, the chosen one, forgets to ask about the Vault Dweller. Yeah. I feel like there is a dialogue option at some point where he ends up telling you how he got from the den to here. But I think maybe we have to fix the reactor first. I will take another medical manual. I need to set aside like a day or two to just read all these books. Get a whole bunch of free skill ups. Hello there, Percy Crump here, master merchant in this locality, but you can call me just plain old Percy. Yes, you can. Heck, everybody does. Now, what can I do you for? I'm wondering what's going on here in town. Not a whole lot out here in town. I hear Woo's rooked some newbie out of a black orchid the other day. Anyhows, other than that, my friend Woody's done gone missing. Well, tell me more about that. See, I had a friend named Woody. That Woody can sleep like nobody I ever did see. What's worse, he likes to travel. Really likes to kick up the dust, that one does. Okay. Well, that ain't so much of a problem around here, that is. But last I heard, Woody was going to take a stroll over to the den. You know where the den is? Yeah, I know where the den is. Go on. Well, anyhow, like I've been saying, that ain't so much of a problem around Gecko. But you see, people in other parts ain't so used to the way we look. So, can't you put two and two together? I'm worried that Woody might have taken himself a nap in the den. It's a long trip after all, and then they would have buried the poor cuss alive. I need someone to go look for him there. And... well, I miss him, that's why. Percy blinks moistly at you. Oh, I see you want to know what's in it for you? This is usually the part where I get more interested. Go on, tell on. I know where I can get a hold of a heck of a lot of pre-war stock of Genuine Rad-X and Rad-Away. Don't do me no good know-how, but I figure that ought to be worth something to a smoothie like you. You take the job for me or not. Only pay off if I know Woody's safe. Just how much is a heck of a lot? It's a darn sight more than you'll ever need. That's how much it is. You gonna do it? Yes, I'll do it. All right, cool. So there's a machine shop over here. There's a garage over here. Doesn't look like there ain't nothing in the garage, though. There's an outhouse back here by the nuclear waste. That's surely to be worth checking out. People just don't leave their reading materials around. Oh, look, it's, the hell is that? I'm gonna need to ask somebody about that, I think. It's like just some rooms here. Okay, I just saw a door. Oh, hey, it's a normal person, a very glum-looking human. Hello there, ever noticed that each Brahmin has his own personality? Well, if you watch them as long as I have, you sure notice. That's really interesting. Who are you? My real name is John, but everyone here just calls me Lumpy. Why Lumpy? Well, it's sort of a joke. You see, they usually call people like you and me smoothskins, but I was treated so poorly by other smoothskins down in Vault City that everyone here figured I must be more lumpy than they are. Why were you treated poorly in Vault City? Well, they said I wasn't human enough for them. I'm sort of radiation resistant. Perfect for here, but they didn't like it. Treated me like dirt. Really? One day I just couldn't take it anymore. I figured that dying out in the waste was better than living with those assholes in Vault City. Yeah, that's fair. How'd you end up here then? Caravan from Broken Hills found me and brought me here. Been here ever since. One thing about the ghouls here is they care more about what kind of person you are inside. It's like a big family. Let me ask something else. It's a lot of junk in the yard. Some of the junk is left over from when they were building the reactor before the war. The rest of this stuff, I don't know. Skeeter collects all kinds of stuff. Who's Skeeter? Skeeter's sort of a mechanic. Take apart almost anything you bring to him. Gets most of them back together too, sooner or later. Sometimes things end up working better than they did before. Where can I find him? He's right here. Just open your eyes and look around a bit. Sheesh. Okay, thanks. I think this is Skeeter over here. Ghoul wearing old grease-stained clothing. Hey there, I'm Skeeter. I sort of put things together here. You heard of something called Garden of Eden Creation Kit. You're looking for a Gek, huh? Don't really know where you might find one of them. Vault City, yada, yada, yada. Let me ask something else. Do you have a battery that I could use to fix a car? Funny you should ask that. You see, cars use replaceable fuel cells or batteries for fuel. What usually broke down was the fuel cell controller. That is what Smitty told us about back in the den. Most amateur mechanics just assume it's the battery itself, but you know what assuming things does, don't you? No, I don't. What do you mean? Assumes that makes an ass out of you and me. Get it? It's still a good one, ain't it? I haven't used that for years. Thanks for the lesson. Do you have a fuel cell controller? Sure do. Got it right here. Just waiting for a car to be put into. You got a car? I know where one is. What's it going to cost me to get that fuel cell controller? Money is nice. I need something else right now. Something I can't get for myself. What do you need? These days, good tools is harder to get than parts is. I need myself a brand new super toolkit. Snap something brand's best. Where can I get that? I reckon the best place to go and get that would be down in Vault City somewheres. They got all kinds of tools. Remember Valerie said that she ordered like a snap-off toolkit months ago and it never arrived? That's the deal. One super toolkit for one fuel cell controller. What if I just do this the easy way? Kill you and take the part I need. Sounds like a fair deal. Some things I want you to take a look at. So if I remember correctly, I think Skeeter can upgrade some of your shit if you bring him certain devices. I don't remember what he can upgrade though. Vault City does have all kinds of tools. I tinker with things, take them apart, try to put them all back together, mostly make them work better, keep myself out of trouble. All right, I think that's all we needed from him. Odd little building right here. Preoccupied Ghoul. Hello there, my name's Gordon. Gordon of... My name's Gordon of Gecko. Hello, Gordon, I'm Larry. What do you do here? I look for opportunities. Opportunities? Like what? I look for ways of maximizing my potential worth. Sounds like greed to me. I am greedy, but most people misunderstand greed. Greed is a powerful driving force. Throughout history, mankind's greatest achievements were driven by men that wanted to better their positions. Driven by greed. Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. I'll take your word for that, Gordon. What does greed have to do with Gecko? So far, not much, but in greed lies Gecko's salvation. I have important information about the survival of Gecko, but I can't get anyone to listen to me. Kind of information. Calculated that if our reactor was running properly, we could generate an enormous amount of excess power, far more than Gecko needs. Yeah, so. I've also found out from a very reliable source that Vault City cannot expand without additional power. Reliable source, who? One night, I heard a voice calling to me from the reactor pit over there. A voice out of the shadows. I didn't know what to think at first, but what the voice said sure made a lot of sense. Its figures all check out too. Don't know who or what the voice is, but the facts all tally up just like it said. Well, what did the voice say? Vault City has enough power for their current needs as long as they're careful, but the Vault power plant they use was never designed for the increased load their city is putting on it. It's at peak capacity right now. Without more power, they can't expand. If our power plant's working better, we could trade our excess power and technological expertise to Vault City in exchange for medical technology. And without more power, Vault City will burn out the reactor within 15 years. If Gecko's reactor isn't repaired, we won't last half that time. Without medical technology, all of us ghouls are going to die off in the next 20 years anyway. Everyone loses if Vault City and Gecko don't cooperate. You're just a good Samaritan, huh? Somehow I don't buy that. Not at all. I've got my end covered. I'd be the natural choice to administer this project. Greed is my driving force, but thousands of lives are saved by it. Greed is good. At least it would be if I could get anyone in Vault City to read my economic data. I bet Councilman McClure in Vault City would love to get his hands on that data. It seems like someone who's ruled by reason more than prejudice. Well, I have all the relevant economic data on a disk. You may have it if you promise to show the data to someone in Vault City that can understand and make use of the data it contains. But be discreet with it. Not everyone there will be happy you talk to us ghouls. I'll take the disk. I'm sure I can put it in the right hands. Goodbye. Okay, so this is actually pretty important. If I remember correctly, this is a pretty big factor in getting Vault City to agree to give you the Hydra Magna who's he what's it's. So Gordon of Gecko may sound like a goofy movie reference character, but he's actually pretty important to this plot line. Ghoulonomics. But now there's the outstanding mystery of the voice in the reactor pit. We'll come back to this later. But for right now, we've got a reactor to save. I feel like they did a much better job in this game of giving each individual location like some big concern that you can help out with. Like, you know, there was in Fallout 1, you know, in Junktown, there was the conflict between Killy and Gizmo, but that was basically just side with one of them and do a mission for them, right? The den, or not the den, the hub. I always confuse the two because they're three-letter words, the something. I guess what passes for a main plot there is handling the crime boss, but I mean that's kind of like just a one-off thing. You get him to hire you to kill somebody and then you tattle on him. Label on this holotape reads Gecko economic data. It's difficult to interpret most of the technical charts, tables, and formula here, but the majority of the information seems to highlight the advantages of a Vault City Gecko alliance. Can I download this? Okay, it does nothing. Can't give it to myself. All right, so let's head back to Vault City. I think as long as we have business with Lynette, it shouldn't be hard to get in. I think. 6 a.m. is pretty early, but here you go. Oh, I think you're I think they may have coded it so you can just keep using the day pass over and over and over and over and over again. That's honestly pretty funny. So, okay, I think the first thing we do is we go talk to Councilman McClure. We give him the economic data. We get him on our side. Then, I think once he's on our side, we can talk to Lynette, and Lynette will be more inclined to help Gecko as opposed to just fucking wiping them out. Didn't realize day pass would be good for any day. Ah, shit. We got here too early. Can I wait here? I don't want to rest. I want to wait, jackass. Day pass good for whenever the day ends in day. Can I wait out in the garden? Oh shit, Dave, you're a genius. Yeah, I'll just read a book. Read a book, you idiot. There we go. How long does it take to read a book anyway? 3 hours. It takes 3 hours to read a book. It's still empty, what the fuck? Read the whole book, honestly fair. All right, let's read the Dean's Electronics too. I might need to reset the zone. Because folks should definitely be here now. Somebody should be here. Anybody should be here. There we go. Okay. We're good now. I mean, you gotta remember, we're also reading like a big general like mechanics manual and like a science encyclopedia. So 3 hours is honestly a pretty conservative estimate. All right. Was something else you wanted? Can I ask you some questions? I think you might have a part that could fix Gecko's power plant. What do you mean? If I had a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, I could make their plant run clean. It's an acceptable solution. Stopping the radiation poisoning is all I care about. Great, where can I get the part? Go see Randall, the chief amenities officer. He should have the part in stock. There's one other thing. You might find this economic data disk interesting. Sorry, economic data disk? What do you mean? It's an economic data disk that shows the amount of energy that Gecko's atomic power plant produced before the war and could produce again. So what does this have to do with me? Well, as I understand it, Vault City's power generator can only support so many people. In fact, it's already nearing its limit. I'm not going to ask you how you came by that information, but if it were true, what are you proposing? Once the Gecko power plant is fixed, the disk indicates it's possible it could produce enough energy for Vault City, too. It looks like the reactor would need to be optimized first, though. Are you suggesting we seize Gecko and take their power plant? I will not. No. If Gecko could receive the optimization data for their plant, I'm betting they would be willing to trade their excess power for medical assistance. As far as medical assistance goes, I'm not unsympathetic to the plight of the ghouls. They have certainly suffered enough, but how can we optimize their plant? I don't know. Maybe there's someone I can talk to once the plant is repaired. I have no objections to your proposal. If you can find some means of optimizing the plant, let me know. All right, I'll get that part for Randall and see about repairing the reactor first. I'll keep the economic disk and study it some more. Perhaps I can persuade the council to enter negotiations with Gecko to trade for their power. The data disk would be a strong argument in and of itself. Okay, cool. We got 750 experience for handing the disk over. So now let's go talk to Randall and requisitions. There's a dialogue option about being hesitant to help Gecko because of how Lynette might react. I don't think we need to worry about that. I think that will be okay. Hi. Valerie over the maintenance shed said she could use a new wrench and suppliers. I know I'm still waiting for the requisition list to clear the server. It's gonna take a while. Don't know what to say. Things just take time. Counselor McClure said you have a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator in stock that I could have. Yeah, he said you'd be stopping by. Larry, right? Wait 1 minute. I'll go get you the hydroelectric the high mag. All right. Here you go. One high mag. Kind of looks like a lava lamp, doesn't it? Don't drop it. It's pretty fragile. Thanks. I might stare at this for a few hours for taking to the Gecko plant. All right, we got it. And this thing is really cool looking. Hydroelectric part. This is a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator. It weighs 10 pounds. All right. Now let's take this back to Gecko. Might actually I wonder if I have any more. I don't think I have any more books pertinent to this situation. If I had some more science or repair manuals, I might. Hydroelectrospheres aren't going to magnify themselves. Yeah, I've got some medical manuals, and I've got some gun manuals. I can read those later. Next time I need to pass the time. Quite a hike to make every couple of days. Let's go hit the settlement. I don't think the ghouls sleep. I don't think they actually give a shit about that. Harold!
What you need, youngster?
Hey, Harold, I got that part you need to fix your reactor. I guess I should get it installed somehow. Wait, that's it?
What you need, youngster?
Shit, he just doesn't have a he just doesn't have dialogue for that. Okay, whatever. So this is Poseidon Oil Reactor 5. Gentlemen. Only atomic power plant, just a warning you if anything goes wrong while you're inside, we're gonna blame you, Smoothskin. I was wondering if you could direct me. Which one help finding the reactor control room, supply room, the robot control room, the reactor pit? Reactor control room. Through the door to the right of the one you entered the building through, then through a door at the end, past the yellow security door, then you go off to the right. You'll need a key card for the security door though. How do I get one of those? I think Jeremy has a key. The guards at the security doors have keys, as do some of the people that live here in the reactor. The people that live here in the reactor. In before you blast yourself into component atoms. Alright. Alright, well there's the reactor pit, clearly. I guess let's just do a bit of exploring since we're here. This is the best place to live in all of Gecko. Hello there, my name is Jeremy. I'm in charge of the all-powerful supply cabinet here. I keep track of all our store supplies. All-powerful? Okay, maybe not all-powerful. It's pretty damn important. What do you want? I need some. You want something for storage? You need a request authorization form. Do you have a request authorization form? I don't. Where do I get one? You get one from either Harold back in the settlement, or you get one from Festus right here in the main reactor control room. I don't care who you get it from as long as you get it. No request authorization, no parts. That's the way it works. Okay. Somebody has a very self-important opinion of themselves. Never mind, I got one. Eat shit, Jeremy. I got another one. Okay, I got the yellow. Oh, there's gonna be a red door. Well, maybe it's in here. Nope, not here. All right. I'm pretty confident we can do something about this red key card too. Don't touch anything in there. Use this. There we go. All right, keycard get. Feels best in here when the gauges are all in the red. I'm harnessing the power of the atom. What are you doing? Getting nice and toasty in here. The ghoul's like living in the reactor because it's warm. It's so cozy. It brings you as part of my atomic reactor. I have a part that you can use to fix a reactor. You have a spare hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator on you. Of course, you ready to install it? Well, I guess I could install it. I'm certainly the only one who could install it right. Installing a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator is pretty tricky. Second fact, I think I better find another way. This guy is full of liquor. A bottle of Gamma Gulp beer. It glows in the dark. Bottle of Rotogen rum. It glows in the dark. This is the booze that the lady at Vault City was like, nah, don't bring me that radioactive shit. Okay, could you maybe like get the fuck out of here? Out of my way right here, yeah. There we go. Thank you, sir. Wait, why do I have a blue key card? Oh, okay. There's a red door and there's a blue door. I remember now. Red door. Never mind, there's 2 red doors. What the fuck does the blue key card go to? Maybe it goes to one of the computers or some shit. I don't know. Glowing Ghoul with a concerned look on his face. Hello, I'm Hank. I take care of the inside of the reactor core. Not that much ever needs to be done there. Okay, hang on. I think we need to save before I do something really stupid here. Oh boy, the core. Inside the core. I wouldn't advise that smoothie you'd fry into a crisp. Me, I like the warmth. I wouldn't recommend it for you. Quite a bit of heat and radiation in there. That's why the smoothies that build this place included a maintenance bot. Maintenance bot? Yeah, the smoothies that build this place didn't want to fry either, so they included a robot. It was designed to perform maintenance tasks by remote control from a terminal in the room to the west. It's perfect. I can use that. Well, it hasn't worked too well lately. It kept overheating. We don't need to use it anyway, so we didn't bother to fix the heat shielding on it. If you can figure out the control codes and don't run for too long, you may be able to get to do what you want. Okay. What does this terminal do? Welcome to RMRRCT Station 3. Station 3, Reactor Maintenance and Repair Robot Control Terminal. Function? Terminal is designed to coordinate command a reactor maintenance and repair bot. Let me see if I can find out about that. Terminal is used to input command data for the robotic maintenance and repair unit assigned to Poseidon Oil Reactor number 5. The terminal also allows access to Poseidon Net. Okay, so we got some codes. I wonder if you can science upon this. Nah, maybe not. Let me think here. Maybe. All right, y'all are getting in the way, and you need to stop. Thinking you need time to smell the flowers. Grampy Bones say you're too pushy all the time. You gotta be taking life slower. No, you're just standing in the goddamn doorway. I can literally never leave until you move. Yeah, I don't think we want to give it to him. I wonder if Requisition Boy knows anything about the codes. You're not a friend of Skeeter's, are you? He's always trying to give him valuable supplies, and he pulls the stuff apart and breaks. I wouldn't trust him to fix a toaster. Skeeter, who? I need to bring this part over to the reactor control room and figure that. Hey, is that a rat over there? Gotta stop getting in my way. I actually know this door open. I could probably just go in here and rifle around and see if there's anything useful. I love stuff. I always love seeing tables of stuff. It's just, unfortunately, they usually don't put anything in the stuff. In fact, it's possible this entire room is useless. Okay, it sure do seem like that, so I'm gonna go talk to Harold real quick to see if maybe his dialogue has changed now that I have a better idea of the situation inside the reactor. That nice radioactive sizzle sound. I love it.
What you need, youngster?
No, it just ends his dialogue. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to work out what those codes do on the robot. I think that means we're gonna go back here, we're gonna save, and we're gonna start pushing buttons on the nuclear reactor. And we're gonna see what happens. What's up, do we break it? No, I don't remember how this quest works. I have the part I need to repair the reactor. I just need to figure out how the actual repair works. And it involves this robot. And I have some vague memories of doing this. I just can't remember if there's something else I need to do besides just like push buttons on here. Oh, here we go. Service procedure update not available locally. Tertiary functional access code accepted. RM&R unit warming up. Unit ready for service. Service procedure. Let's see. Initiate repair sequence. Sequence initiated. Searching hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator required. Preparing to move main coolant valve for part replacement. Place part and transfer tray beneath terminal. I guess it means this thing. Hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator accepted. Scanning part within nominal QA constraints. Transfer to repair unit completed. Proceed. Yes. Roll out initiated. Check drive systems okay. Manipulator arm okay. Internal stabilizers okay. Logic circuits failed. It looks like more of it works than doesn't. Let's get going here. Job task location recognition and operative. Unit not capable of recognizing movement locations at extended distances. Recommend move unit to intermediary locations as waypoints to final job task location. Okay, here we go. I wonder what happens if I don't enter the jobs in the right order. Unit returns to bay if command program contains terminal errors. That explains that. I guess I'll give it a try. Must be directed manually as target destination. The unit will follow the movement commands that you give it, but if its way is blocked or the unit takes excess damage, it will automatically return to its bay. I want to know where I need to go to replace the hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator. You also have this option. I need to know where the main coolant shutoff valve is. If you are playing a horrible, irredeemable shithead, you have the option of sabotaging the Gecko nuclear reactor and just blowing it sky high. Hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator is located against the east wall of the reactor core, is located just to the right of the main coolant shutoff valve. I guess we're ready to get started. All right. Get fucked, Megaton. Add a command. Hang on. Let me see here. Power plant machinery. Okay, so this is what you need to do. So there's a sequence of devices here, and we need to tell the robot to check those in the proper order to get it to waypoint its way around to here. So the first stop is the plutonium gamma shield machine. Then the neptunium impeller. Uranium rod driver. Saturn class capacitor. Jupiter wave compiler. So I think it's basically from outer planets in. It's Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, until you get to here. Then it's Saturn, Jupiter. So let's try to compile a program like that. Amplify plutonium gamma shield. Deharmonize Neptunium impeller. Calibrate uranium rod driver. Set voltage on Saturn class capacitor. Test Jupiter wave compiler. There we go. Install hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator. Execute program. Here they go. Bloop. Bloop. Neat little puzzle. You don't actually get a whole lot of puzzles in Fallout, so this is a neat little change of pace. The robot has repaired the power plant. You gain 4,500 experience points. You've gone up a level, and Sulik has gained in some abilities. All right, we are level 7 now. Cool. Let's see. I will continue to invest in big guns for the future. I will continue to invest in speeching. Throw one more in there for now. And I believe I will work on science a bit. I could see science being important in the future. All right, bud. Can't you see that I am busy? All right, is there anything else this computer does? Oh, it's processing batch files. Please wait. Robot has returned. General maintenance sequence. Coolant maintenance. Nope, 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 nope. That's not what we want. Cleaning sequence. Okay. Good to be traveling again. Living in Vault City was giving me an ulcer. All right, we have repaired the reactor. Reactor's running pretty good now, all right. Could still do a tiny bit of a tune-up, maybe. I'd say it's a pretty good job all the same. More work? What do you mean? Reactor's running now. It sure could run better by a long country mile if we just had a smidge more data. If we could get that optimization data, we'd be cooking with gas. You know what I mean? That clever one like you, just sneak in there and use a holodisk with reactor performance information on the central computer. Sneak this back here. Hate to leave a job only half done. Let me say that great. It uses disk here on Vault City Central Computer and get right back here. We'll use less uranium. Core won't leak so bad and the Vault City won't have any reason to come exterminate us. Sure don't want to see Gecko destroyed? I'll do it. Sure wish I could spare the time to do it myself. I can't. All I can say is thanks, kid. You'd be doing all of us here a big favor. You make me so proud. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. We've got the reactor fixed. That's the main part. I don't remember how much optimization we need to do before Vault City accepts the deal, but we're close. We're getting there. See if Harold has anything new to say now that the reactor's working.
You are something, just like the original. What can old Harold do for you, Vault Dweller?
Vault Dweller? I'm not a Vault Dweller.
You cut with the dull edge of the knife, don't you? You don't look like an orange pea. Funny ideas. Oh, you mean like skinning you alive with a rusty, dull old knife and then grafting your still warm, wet, glistening, oh so soft skin over my crusty, rotten gook.
Accidentally clicked the wrong dialogue option, chat. It's exactly what I meant. Good call. Does he hate me now?
What you need, youngster?
Nah, he's good. So apparently you don't get any new dialogue with Harold. I thought you did. It might be glitched, honestly. I thought he had dialogue lines about the Vault Dweller, but for some reason it just defaulted back to his original lines. This is Festus's quest. It is now. Oh, I wonder if I should talk to Gordon before I leave. First, it might be a glitch of the playthrough. I mean, the game did stutter pretty bad on like night 1 or 2 or something. But I mean, so far so good. It's the old girls holding together. What time is it anyway? 3:45 at night. Let's say did here again. Oh, he just goes through that dialogue again. There are some things in Fallout that happen at specific times of day. Or night, such as it is. I suppose this isn't quite it. There is a follow-up to the weird voice from the reactor pit. I just don't remember what exactly it is. Anyway, back to Vault City. Let's follow up with them and see if we get to be citizens yet. Or I get to be citizen. I don't think my squad mates get to be citizens. Okay, I do not want to show up in the middle of it. Well, wait. We can do the old trick again. I'll load into the courtyard. I hate this place. Let's get in here and read some books. Educate ourselves. I'm going to read my gun book. Good. I'm gonna read my medicine book. All right, what time is it? 7:16 in the morning. I'm gonna read one more book. Go ahead and get it out of the old inventory. Books are heavy. All right. Small guns at 51%. Reminder that we need to get that to 80% by the end of the game. For a very special perk. First aid did go up a little bit. Doctor didn't. I guess it's not a book for doctoring. Oh shit, I'm carrying a fuck ton of alcohol. I gotta sell this stuff first. Did not remember that guy having dynamite. I don't think Nuka-Cola is prohibited. I don't think. Vault City folk are tight asses, but I don't think their asses are that tight. Yeah, we're clean. Okay, good. All right, let's talk to McClure first. Let him know that the reactor is working just fine. I don't want to talk to Lynette unless I have to, unless she is the next step, because she can be unpleasant. By the way, it's a good thing our speechcraft is as high as it is. Otherwise, we would have had to do an entire side quest just to get access to this part of Vault City. Something else you wanted? Can I ask you some questions? I repaired Gecko's plant. Excellent. I was worried the radiation buildup might force us to relocate. You're commended on a job well done. Here's your citizenship papers. If you ever need anything, come see me. Thanks. All right, cool. Found a way to optimize the Gecko reactor. I have a reactor data disk here from Gecko. According to the technician at the power plant, the Vault City computer can optimize the reactor disk and make the plant run more smoothly. You have my permission to use the Vault computer and optimize the reactor disk you can find on the 3rd level of the vault near the operations room. Excellent. All right, we're in. We're a citizen now. We're a citizen of this stupid, shitty city. And that's good. Citizenship. Time to get bigoted. Let's see if Lynette has anything to say about all this.
Yes? What is it? Of course. What can I help you with, citizen?
Why is it you condone slavery? When I'm done in Vault City, I might experiment with these. I am curious. I ran into a citizen downtown, Thomas More. Who is he?
He's a troublemaker. That's what he is.
Why do you say he's a troublemaker?
He constantly seeks to convince the citizens to turn Vault City into a democracy, as he calls it, with everyone having a say in laws and decision-making. I call it mob rule.
Oh, I bet you can, Dave. I bet you can. Democracy?
The archives state that many old world nations had such a government. We know where that got them. Can you imagine how long it would take to get anything done in such a society? It's inconceivable.
Why?
A government needs a strong, capable leader who can make decisions quickly and has the power to enforce them. Government by committee is no kind of government at all.
How does Moore try and convince the citizens of all cities should be a democracy?
Mostly by ranting in public and making a fool of himself. He plays on our sympathies with tales of a plague in the NCR, as if we could take care of the whole world.
You know he's right. You probably could. Your medical technology is pretty impressive.
You too? A citizen is free to his own beliefs, but this... Perhaps you are incapable of handling the responsibility of citizenship.
Well, I did just save, so we might as well see where we can go with this. If it means agreeing blindly with you, maybe you're the one incapable of handling the responsibility of citizenship.
I believe it is time you left. I suggest you make your stay in Vault City a short one.
I had more questions, though.
Do you have any conception of how busy I am? I run this city and have precious little time to waste with you.
It seems like I'm wasting my time with you as well. Maybe you can better go fetch someone who can help me.
You barge into my chambers and then have the audacity to insult me, Lynette, first citizen of Vault City?
Hold on a second.
Leave. You are no longer welcome in this city.
I'm not leaving until I get some answers. And then they attack you. Yeah, you can really piss her off. All right, well, fuck Lynette. We're not talking to her anymore. Let's see. And all of a sudden, everybody changes their tune. Everybody's like, good day, citizen. Hello, citizen. Greetings, citizen. Alrighty there. Before we go into the vault, I think it's time to follow up on a few things. Let's head to the servant allocation center, because there's somebody in the courtyard that we wanted to help. You see another Vault City official. What is this building? Servant assignment center. Were you in need of a servant? I'm looking for a particular servant. Joshua, I believe. Is he here? Joshua, yes, we do have a servant by that name, but you wouldn't want him assigned to you. Training him has been difficult. I'm not certain he can be trained. Oh, I think maybe we can get them to kick him out. I think that's what we want. I don't want him assigned to me, far from it. I'm concerned he might be infected. Infected with what? Perhaps you noticed the lowered energy level of your servants recently, short attention span, their inability to hear orders and follow them correctly. Those are only the early stages. Yes, I've noticed these symptoms in the servants of late. Contagious, you say? Well, if this Joshua is a carrier, I shall release him at once. Give me a moment to make the arrangements. No problem. Joshua would be better off with the Outworlders anyway. It's done. Joshua is no longer a servant of Vault City and has been moved in the courtyard with the rest of the Outworlders. Thanks. Also, just like with the Slavers Guild, I believe you can sell your party members to Vault City. All right. I'll head out there in a second. Let me check the correction center. Busy day, citizen? Oh, there's some people being corrected in here. Huge black man in heavy armor. He's watching you carefully. Who are you? I'm Citizen Sergeant Stark, citizen. Was there something I could help you with? What do you do here? Run the correction center, keep the Outworlders in line, make sure the servants behave, organize patrols, try and protect the city from raiders. Raiders have been hitting us pretty hard lately. Why do you want to know about them? I like trying to find their base, maybe stop the attacks if I can. Some kind of good Samaritan, I don't buy it. Look, I've seen enough of the world to know that helping out people seems to come back and help me in the end. Attacking this band of raiders maybe more than you can handle. It's like try and help. I ain't gonna turn down any help at this point. You find their base, or even better, wipe them out. Go tell the first citizen. Any idea where they're striking from? These raiders don't make much sense if they are raiders. What do you mean? They've got heavy firepower, expensive firepower. They know military tactics. They stay in formation. They never cross their lines of fire. And they always stop short of breaking through our defenses. They stop short? I've seen them do it. The last attack, they disabled a laser turret on the western perimeter. They had a clear shot into the city. Then I saw one of their captains order them to fall back. Makes no sense. You want to bust up Cassidy's bar? Maybe your friend Cassidy there didn't tell you had any illegal substances on the premises and his license for alcohol distribution had expired. You forget to tell your friend you're that, Cassidy? Cassidy said he was paid up and he raided his place anyway. Cassidy was guilty of possession without a license. He doesn't like it and leave Vault City, that simple. You know, I think my fists in your face are about to have a conversation. Never mind then. All right, before we head in the vault, I want to go check the courtyard real quick. Since we're a citizen, we don't need that stupid... Well, it didn't matter since we already had the day pass, but... Dr. Boobs, thank you for the follow. My favorite doctor if we're being serious here. Vault City prevails. Citizen, yeah, we never need to talk to that guy ever again. All right, city of tight asses. Only the tightest, Cassidy. Only the tightest. I believe it was over here. Yeah, this is the Mr. Nixon. Mr. Nixon kid, right? Thanks for writing, Mr. Nixon. He says thanks to. Yep, here we go. Thank you for rescuing my husband. Please accept this as a reward. It's not much, but thanks for bailing me out. I appreciate it. Me and the wife will be moving on soon. What did I just get? I don't know what I just got. Whatever it is, it stacks with what I already have, so, you know, whatever. What's going on down here? Hello, citizen. After you, citizen. Dr. Boobs always follows breast practices. All right, let's head into the vault of Vault City. Oh no, this is my door now. I can do whatever I want with this door. Anyway, this is how you smuggle alcohol into the city, because now I don't need to be searched by the guards to enter Vault City. So I can load up on booze and bring it to the bar, and nobody is gonna stop me. This is just a guard post. All right, are we cool? May I help you? I'd like to enter the vault. Of course, please pass through. Boom! Into the vault. This is maybe one of the nicest vaults you are ever going to see, because it's actually, you know, regularly maintained. I will take some free shit. Beep-oop. Hello there, I haven't seen you around before. Are you a new citizen? Yeah, I recently got my citizenship. Well, in Vault City's fellow citizen, we don't see many new faces around here. I'm Phyllis, what's your name? Wow, you can be such a dickhead in this game. If I wanted to give you my name, I would have told it to you, Syphilis, or whatever the hell your name is. My name's Larry, what do you do around here? The resident medical assistant. I work for Dr. Troy. Can I ask you some questions? Of course, what would you like to know? Where's the central computer? Down 3rd level. Haven't been down there in ages. Why not? I don't know. Not much reason to go down in the vault. Mostly used for storage space nowadays. The only one down there is Martin, and just between you and me, is not a great conversationalist. Ask you another question. What can you tell me about Vault City? There's actually not much to say. I've been a citizen all my life. There's not much to do in Vault City at all. Man, I just ran out, damn it. I gotta take a swig of water now, God. All right, first of all, Fallout 2 is a very horny game. Fallout 2 is a much hornier game than Fallout 1. There are a lot of characters in this game that your character can sleep with. I get the feeling this line heads in that direction, but it may also be a way to get more information out of her. So I'm gonna see where this goes. Pardon me, yeah, okay, yeah, this is just asking her out. I couldn't help but notice you're an attractive young woman who could stand to get out once in a while. How about you? No, that's fine. Ask you another question. Okay. Glean more information as a terminal, the more scientific approach. I will science on this computer. Ping, I say. Can't seem to figure out how the terminal works. Damn computers. I hate stupid computers. Hello, citizen. How may I be of assistance? I'm in need of your medical expertise. Never mind. I have some other questions. Oh, okay. He's just here for. Can he like? I don't know. Can he treat radiation? Did that oh, that deradiated me. Perfect. Okay, cool. Free deratting. All right, let's head down. Say you will not be getting the shotgun marriage companion. I will not. I will not. I think in general, I'm gonna endeavor not to do anything too gross and weird in this playthrough. Because again, this is a much hornier game than the last one was, to an almost surprising degree. Oh, there's a Foot Locker here too. Free, Jesus, look at all this free stuff. There's a Cat's Paw magazine and a small dusty box of some sort, and junk and booze. Hooray! Wait, what is all this shit doing down here anyway? New Reno is right out. We're gonna do rattle. This air vent is rattling. Air vent supplying process cleaner the entire complex. You can hear a faint rattle from inside the vent. Can I like repair this? Is this a repair thing? Oh, Vic's gonna do it. Somebody hit this in the vent. You spot something lodged inside and pull it out. You gain experience. Somebody jammed microfusion cells into a vent? Like, we're gonna be busy in New Reno. There's gonna be stuff to do in New Reno, but yeah, we're not doing the movie studio. It is far from necessary. We'll talk about it. I think it's definitely worth talking about. Can I get in here? It's locked. Let's see. Is this where we want to be? I don't know what the fuck Vic is doing. I think this is the Vault City Learning Terminal. Tinker the computer bit, you need some scientific skill to actually get anything useful out of it. Why is this place so clean? Good question. You spend some time studying the computer archives, you gain 350 experience points. Cool, okay. Can I do, wait, what time is it anyway? Not that it matters. I can come and go as I please now, but not even noon. Can I science on this again? You learn nothing more of importance. Okay. So I think these general computers aren't going to do anything for us. I think we need like the main computer. Computer terminal engages some kind of diagnostic routine. Okay. Ah! Easy there. You scared the life out of me. Didn't mean to startle you. That's okay. As not many people come into the vault. What is it you do here? Keep an eye on things of storage down here and make sure all the doors stay locked. Do you have a key? Doesn't matter. Most of the doors are jammed shut anyway. What do you store down here? Spare parts, supplies, or? From Redding, not so much anymore. Not so much ore from Redding. Why not? Don't know. McClure's really worried about it. Tell me where the central computer is. Just over there. It's a talking computer. Thanks. Vault Tech, the first and last name in Vault Technology. The Vault City Central Computer. All right, computer, let's talk. You've logged on to the Vault City Central Computer. The interface seems relatively easy to understand. Everything seems to be broken down into archives. Search the archives for the location of Vault 13. Archives list only 2 vaults, Vault 8, this vault, and Vault 15 located to the south. Oddly enough, there is no mention of Vault 13. You enter Vault 15's location in your Pip-Boy. All right. References the Guardian Creation Kit. No get currently in stock at the Vault Cities. Many of these offices, people of Vault City seem to use the only one that established place on the campus surface. 2 GECs were part of every Vault standard inventory package. Only one was shipped to Vault 8. Cross-reference GEP shipment information. Shipping error appears Vault 8 received a box of surplus water chips and sent for Vault. As about to turn away, you suddenly notice a small picture of the Pip-Boy located beneath the terminal. Next to the picture, the slot looks about the size of your Pip-Boy. Insert your Pip-Boy. Small window opens on the terminal screen of the smiling Pip-Boy next to you as you watch the Pip-Boy starts whistling silently and tapping his feet. A red light is flashing beside the computer slot. I'm actually gonna look up what this is because I think I might remember, and I think it's actually kind of important. I think this is okay. Oh, wait. An unhealthy grinding noise comes from the Pip-Boy slot. The Pip-Boy continues to whistle silently and tap his feet. Pip-Boy suddenly stops and frowns. An exclamation mark appears above his head and he starts wagging his finger at you, trying to determine what's wrong. Small display beneath the Pip-Boy states that your last scheduled maintenance was 50.352 years ago. The archives are corrupted and need to be reformatted. Do you wish to proceed? Now I'm wondering if I was looking at something else. Oh, okay, okay. I think this is safe. Sure. Wait. Northern California Geographical Archive is being copied into Pip-Boy database. Copying archive, Broken Hills, Gecko, New California Republic, Nerina, Redding, Vault City, download complete. Okay, good. Almost forgot to do this. Insert Gecko power plant disk into the computer. Reading disk, reactor data, atomic power plant efficiency, 43 of 75%. Plant calibration. Do you wish to optimize? Begin optimization procedure. All right, cool. All right, I think we're good now. This is the command seat. This is where the overseer normally sits. All right, I think we're done here. I think we're actually done here. I would love to get in here and loot this stuff, but I don't think I have... I definitely don't have the lockpicking skill to get in there. So now I think we can head back to Gecko and re-optimize the power plant. Oh, I should... Actually, I should see if I can get that toolkit. That's the vault, big friggin' thing, isn't it? All right, we can save. This is corrections. Amenities. That's what I want. Amenities. See what he has in stock now. Books. FN Foul. Now, chat, hang on a sec, because there's a chance here. Ah, it's a small gun. Okay. I thought maybe we could find our first big gun here, but that's not it. We have a bunch of stuff. What are their prices like? Cheaper. Shit here is cheaper than it is elsewhere. Got metal armor Mark II. Leather armor Mark II. It's not bad. How much? Okay. All right. How much loose shit do I have that's worth selling? Get rid of this. I think I only need one rope, thanks. Somebody has bullets. $1,700 in junk that I'm carrying around. So I could actually get Mark II leather armor. How much do they want for the books? The books are cheap. Well, the science one isn't. I don't even want those. Stack of bullets. That'll work. Let me double check and see if this armor is better than the one I'm wearing. All right, yeah, this is an improvement. All right. Yeah. Loses a tiny bit of fire resistance. Everything else is Much better, especially normal. Normal's the important one. Let's see, Cass. What kind of armor do you use? He has regular leather.
What you be needing?
Sulik has my old... He has my old leather jacket. So let me give him this. I'm also going to give him these key cards that I'm not going to need anymore. Pass, and these cat's paws. There we go. And then actually, let me get this back from you. He's got that car part. Vic. What the hell is Vic wearing? Okay, he's got a leather jacket too. Okay, cool. Cool. I think we're good for now. So I am really good on weight at the moment. Let me trade away this leather jacket. I didn't actually take it off of him, did I? Stupid inventory management. Forgot to actually mash the trade button. There we go. Not worth a whole lot, but, you know. It's way more expensive all of a sudden. Anyway, I'll take the monies for it. Because we are going to need monies for the car, too. All right, let's head back to Gecko and optimize. Uh-oh. Encounter. We've encountered a pack of wild dogs. Oh god, these almost killed us in that one place. How many are we talking here? 4. We should be fine, I think. Gentlemen, please don't hit me. Vic's gonna shoot somebody in the back of the head. Or just kind of leave in general. I whiffed it. I was nyommed. Welcome back, Vic. You moron. Ow. I need to do something about Vic's AI. Vic's AI is not helping. Actually, should I be doing hammer punch? I don't even remember now. Maybe I should. Alright, we're good. Welcome back, champ. Thanks for the help. Jab's got the better crit chance. Ooh, we found some jet. Jet mofo. I have to remember I'm carrying that around the next time I go to Vault City. Oh, wait. No, I don't. Ha ha. There's a workbench here. Some poison antidote on it. The workbench and the tool board are separate interactables. That's important to remember. I don't know why there's a fire pit in here, though. Interesting. Alrighty. Hammer Punch has a bit more base. He does have ammo, yes. He's got plenty of ammo. Let's head to the settlement. Alright, I think we give the disc to Fergus. Berghaus. Thanks for getting the data we need from Vault City to optimize the leaky old beast. You're sly one, no denying it. By crack, you almost as good as a job I could have done myself. When I actually finish the dang job, use that disc on the robot control terminal. Understand me? All right, sure. General maintenance. Okay, I guess I have to actually do it like this. There we go. Optimization procedure is successful. Gone up a level. Yes, excellent. Burn like a kitten. All right, we're level 8 now. Sweet. Drop a few more points into speech. Drop some more into the big guns. And I'll throw a few on repair. I do want to repair things eventually. I guess as long as I got Vic, I don't really need it. Now I get back to my important work. All right, so with this done, hang on. Okay, so I think the power plant quest line is done. So we've been running for 3 hours now. I guess we just started. I kid, what I miss. We have resolved the issue between Vault City and Gecko. We repaired the Gecko. We repaired and optimized the Gecko power plant. So now we're just wrapping some stuff up around here. Can I actually just... Did he mean to leave this room open? I guess there's not actually anything in here. Oh, some dusty noodles. The hell is this? Cheesy poofs! Give me my cheesy poofs. We're also a citizen of Vault City now. So we can no longer be denied. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about is the super toolkit. Because I feel like I should have a line on that at this point. Okay. I got it. Let me try Harold one more time. I'm not expecting anything.
What you need, youngster? You know, it's not so bad now. You fix the power plant, and you get the info we need to make it good as new. Golly be damned, ain't you something?
I don't like to complete a job only halfway.
If it weren't for you, them damn midgets in Vault City would have laid us out for the big dirt nap.
Couldn't let Vault City kill all of you.
You know, you're a lot like the Vault Dweller.
Thanks. I'm hoping to live up to my
What
ancestor.
you need, youngster?
Okay. So we did that. I need a wrench. I don't remember if Skeeter barters or not. No, he won't. I suppose he has one laying around. That would be really helpful. Crowbar. Okay, so there's stuff in here. Sledgehammer. Okay, extra pliers is good because I didn't want to give away my one set. Oh man, if you... Buddy, I just need a wrench, okay? Maybe in this supply room over here, maybe? I could really... Oh! Okay, that's good. Lockpicks. Oh god, okay. Alright. Close, but no cigar. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna have to keep an eye out for a wrench. Unless survival gear guy sells them. Is he barter? Finfowl. Finfowl. Do you want this jet? I don't want to carry this around. Yeah, he's not interested in either. Cheesy poops. All right, yeah. The main thing we need now is a wrench. If we get a wrench, we can get the super toolkit. As it turns out, we get the super toolkit. We get the part from Dude Guy. We get the part from Dude Guy. We can get the car. But I'm not in the hugest hurry in the world for that. Let me save here. Let's take a look at the map. Let's see what's around here. So we now have a whole bunch of shit added to the map. Broken Hills, NCR. That's the whole page. New Arena, Reading, Vault 15. So where is everything anyway? All right, Reading is right there. Reading is just below the Den in Modoc. New Arena and Broken Hills are significantly further south than that. Vault 15 and NCR are at the bottom of the map. Oh, isn't that funny? If Vault 15 is here, New California Republic would be roughly where Shady Sands was, right? Funny that. And that means that Vault 13, because we did play the first game, is over here somewhere. So for now, I'm gonna head back to Vault City. I'm gonna check some of the shops to make sure I didn't overlook a wrench somewhere. We're basically gonna gear up for a trip tomorrow night, I think. Yeah, guys, just got a couple coins. Yeah, same stuff he's already had. I think I checked the sub-amenities offices, didn't I? Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing has happened at all tonight, whatsoever. Yeah, unfortunately. I think we may have to go a bit afield to get a wrench. It's interesting there's only been one fight this entire stream, and it was that random encounter with the dogs. I guess since we're here, I could check, I could see if the dialogue with McClure or the First Citizens changed at all. Actually, I really don't want to talk to First Citizens. I'll see if McClure has anything new to say. Everybody else can fuck off. Paired Gecko's planned. That's it. Okay. Alright, I guess that's it for now. This guy's tune changed at all? Oh, now he's very forthcoming with the information. Can you tell me a little bit about the slavery here in Vault City? Oh, no, it's not slavery. Those people you see working in the city are servants, myself included. We were treated very well here, taught to read and write, and given medical care, homes, and food. Everything except your freedom, huh? If you're not going to drink, perhaps you'd best leave, sir. If you've got no problems about your servitude, then it's no problem. Forget I asked. Well, sucks to suck, doesn't it? Man, if only there were a wrench here, that would be really convenient. I mean, really convenient. I do seem to recall having to stay away from there. Okay, fine. You need to click that. I do seem to recall having to kind of hunt and peck for this part previously. You looked up where the wrenches are? I'm probably going to do that between tonight and tomorrow's stream. Not having to throw a wrench in your plans. It means we're gonna do a bit more wandering in the desert than I had originally planned, but that's fine. That's fine. I think you can get the car running without traveling to any of the cities south of this upper row. Let's see, we'll save here. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, chat, I believe you won Vault City. I guess you may have missed a chance. Okay, that's fine. All right. I do believe that's going to do it for tonight, but we still got plenty to do. Not sure what direction we're going to go tomorrow. There is some stuff that we could do if we head back towards the den. We've got a bunch of new locations on the map that we could travel to. There are a lot of possibilities. There are a whole lot of things that we can do and a whole lot of things that we are going to get to. So you'll just have to show up tomorrow night to find out. So tomorrow night is more Fallout 2. Wednesday will also be more Fallout 2. Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week are a special engagement. As demanded by chat and the efforts of the Doom streamers, we're going to be playing Dragon View on the Super Nintendo. It's Draken 2, but apparently not nearly as bad as that would make you think. So that's something to look forward to, right, chat? I'm sure it'll be a lovely time. Speaking of lovely times, let me go find somebody we can go raid. Go, 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 go. I feel like I haven't seen Bassy Bunny in a while. They're playing Terraria. Let's go hang out with them. From hardcore CRPG to lighter, fluffier, platformier RPG adventuring. All right, gang. Well, thanks again for coming out. Thanks for joining me for yet another evening of Fallout 2. I'm very glad that we got this whole situation with Vault City and Gecko sorted out. Mainly because it got us a lot of experience points. It got us a lot of experience points and it got us full access to Vault City itself, which is nice. So we'll see what other trouble we can get up into tomorrow night. And hopefully I will see you all then. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.